Switzerland is truly a country full of wonderful waterfalls. The Swiss Alps form one of Europe's largest reservoirs for fresh water, and thus it is no surprise that there must be plenty of waterfalls that enchant anybody who is a nature enthusiast. Having traveled through most of the parts of this country this and last year, I'm proud to present you my top 10 list for the most beautiful waterfalls of Switzerland. Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Demographic. Switzerland is a country full of alluring waterfalls, just like this one here. If you're new to my channel, my name is Djemo. I'm a Swiss traveler, mostly posting videos about Switzerland and Southeast Asia. If you like this kind of content, definitely you're right in this channel here and you're most welcome to subscribe. Before we're getting this video started, I would like to acknowledge today's sponsors, which are Grand Hotel Giessbach and the Rheinfall in Neuhausen. Alright, and now let's hop right in with number 10. It's located in the canton of Glarus, and that would be the Berglistüber. This waterfall remains largely unnoticed. It just lays by the road up to the Klausenpass. The Klausenpass connects the canton of Glarus to the canton of Uri, and it's said to be one of Switzerland's most beautiful pass roads. When driving up to the Klausenpass from the canton of Glarus, just after the first 5 minutes you need to make a stop in order to visit this natural gem called Berglistüber. The waterfall is perfectly hidden and embedded into this wonderful raw piece of nature. Recently, this waterfall has received more attention on social media, but yet it still remains a secret tip. From the parking lot, it takes about 3 minutes to walk the trail until you arrive at this amazing gem. The most stunning about the Berglistüber is the cave right behind. Thus, when arriving here, you can pass behind a waterfall and walk to the other side. It's a very unique experience to be there. You definitely will feel the chill from the cold alpine water and hear the sound of the roaring masses. In a way, the Berglistüber has some similarities with the Seljalandsfoss waterfall in Iceland, just that it's a lot smaller. On this top 10 list, the Berglistüber is the only waterfall of this kind. Number 9 is basically just nearby, and that would be the Diesbach waterfall. Very nearby the Berglistüber, down in the Linth Valley, lays the Diesbach Fall, which impresses with its 4 stages. From the parking lot, it's only a 5 minutes walk up and one can enjoy this divine beauty. The Diesbach Fall is a great place for having a picnic, and furthermore it is also very family friendly. Number 8 is in the Bernese Oberland, in the wonderful Simmental up in Lenk, and that would be the Iffigfall. We are heading to what people call Europe's greenest valley, the Simmental. It's what I consider one of the most underrated locations in Switzerland. The valley charms with its raw appearance, unique traditional houses and the many Simmental kettles. The valley itself also hosts some fantastic waterfalls, of which 2 can be found in Lenk. One of them is the Iffigfall, a waterfall that impresses with its height of approximately 200 meters. From the village of Lenk, it's around a 15 minutes drive up by car, and then you will have to walk for another 5 minutes to reach the waterfall. First, you should get to see it from the side and then hike down to the bridge to watch it from below. Due to its immense height, there will be a lot of spray and surely you will feel the chill. If you have more time, consider hiking up all the way from Lenk. It's probably going to be of an even much better experience. Should you have enjoyed watching this video so far, then I would very much appreciate if you could press that like button. With that you give me a lot of support. And also if you're new to my channel, then you're most welcome to subscribe. Alright, and now let's continue with number 7. It's here in the Lauterbrunnen Valley where I'm standing right now. It's this waterfall behind me, and that would be the Staubbachfall. This is something for Instagram enthusiasts. I present you the most iconic cascade of the valley of 72 waterfalls, the Staubbachfall. The waterfall is very much admired as it seems to drop into the village of Lauterbrunnen. The image and the entire valley with its many waterfalls has inspired many famous people such as Goethe, one of the most known German poets, or J.R.R. Tolkien, the author of Lord of the Rings. The waterfall has a total height of 297 meters, thus it belongs to the tallest waterfalls of Switzerland. Definitely very nice is this photo spot here in the village from where you can get a pretty view over the Staubbachfall. Although this vista is really great, it's only one out of many photo spots from where you can get a nice impression over the Staubbachfall. I highly recommend to take this 5 minutes hike to enter the cave balcony behind the waterfall. Watching the water droplets and the cascade from very close is surely going to be very impressive. The Staubbachfall can also be seen from Wengen, that famous holiday village just above Lauterbrunnen. Very nice is a hike from Wengen to Lauterbrunnen, where you'll get many beautiful impressions of the Staubbachfall. However, my personal favorite experience is, believe it or not, being up in Wengen during rainy weather. Then the impression of this valley is going to be majestic. The Staubbachfall and Lauterbrunnen Valley are definitely a must-visit when you come to Switzerland. With number 6, we're moving to the southern part of Switzerland, and that would be La Cascata di Foroglio. Located in the canton of Geeno, in the raw and beautiful Val Bavona, is this massive drop called La Cascata di Foroglio. In order to visit the waterfall, you will have to drive up to Foroglio, which is considered one of the most beautiful villages of Switzerland. From the parking lot, it's about a 5 minutes walk to reach the bottom of the Foroglio waterfall. Once arrived, you will see how massive the waterfall is. It has a total height of 108 meters. Thus, it's not a big surprise why it creates this much of spray. You could also go for a swim in here, although the water is usually very cold, roughly 12 to 15 degrees Celsius. Furthermore, there is a swing which you should try out. Surely it's a very great photo spot. Besides visiting the waterfall, do not forget to explore the village of Foroglio. It's a very picturesque town with plenty of traditional stone houses. Also, do not miss this Instagrammic hotspot here, from where you will have a great view to the waterfall with the pretty houses in the foreground. Should you be on for some more walking, consider hiking up for a little bit in order to get even closer to the waterfall. Surely you won't regret it. With number 5, we're moving to the upper half of this top 10 list of the most beautiful waterfalls here in Switzerland. This one is located in the central part of this country, in the Schächental, and that would be the Stäuber. This waterfall stands in one of Switzerland's most pristine landscapes. In here, everything seems to remain so raw, so untouched. Some people even say that postcard dreams will become true when you visit this valley. Because of this, the Stäuber waterfall indisputably ranks among the most beautiful cascades of Switzerland. In order to visit, you need to pass the village of Unterschächen and head further up in the direction of the Klausenpass. Right in the first curve, you shall park your car, and from there it's only a 30 to 40 minutes hike up to the waterfall. As it's going to take a little bit of your time, it's actually very easy. Once you're getting close to the Stäuber waterfall, you'll be enchanted by the incredible beauty of this place. Green hills, kettles and traditional houses that nicely complement this waterfall. Well, what more could you wish for? we're returning to the Bernese Oberland, to the Brienzensee region. Number 4 would be the Giessbach Waterfalls. The Giessbach Falls do not only share a nearly identical name as the Diesbach Falls, but also look surprisingly similar. However, the main difference, the Giessbach Falls are way larger. They're located in the Bernese Oberland at Lake Brienz and either can be reached by car or by boat. When you're traveling here by car, you'll arrive at the Grand Hotel Giessbach, while when reaching by boat, you will get access to the very bottom. There you can choose to either hike up or enter the funicular, which will take you up to the hotel. From the funicular, you will get to see the waterfalls from a different perspective, while on the other side, when you're hiking up, it's very nice too, especially when you'll be crossing this bridge at the bottom waterfall. During your way up, you will realize this waterfall is unlike any other. The Giessbach Falls consist in total of 14 waterfalls, which is really impressive. Having arrived at the Grand Hotel Giessbach, you'll have a fantastic view over the many waterfalls, definitely a great place to dine or having a tea. What is very nice is when you take this trail up on which you can pass the waterfall from behind, very similar to the Berglistüber. Quite a highlight is the Grand Hotel itself, which charms with its classy interior and ambience. Having taken my dinner in here was one of the most beautiful experiences, especially with this fantastic view over the waterfalls. The food is very local and seasonal, it was really delicious. Pretty much everything in the hotel was fantastic, but nothing was better than the night view from the bedroom's balcony. All in all, a very romantic spot, unique 19th century atmosphere and surely unforgettable. We're now heading up to the podium. It's again here in the Lauterbrunnen Valley, however it's further up into this direction. Number 3 goes to the Trümmelbach Waterfalls. This waterfall is probably the most unique among all on this top 10 list. It's not the kind of waterfall that you would be able to enjoy seeing from far. Instead, you'll be squeezed in between the rocks to watch these raging waters. There are 10 waterfalls over a total height of 140 meters. Thus, when visiting this tourist attraction, you will have to climb a couple of stairs. However, you can take a shortcut by using the lift, which allows you to skip roughly 100 meters. The Trümmelbach is predominantly composed of the water coming from the melting glaciers of the Eiger, Mönch and Jungfrau. When being there, you really will get to feel how raging the creek is. Between the rocks, the noise level is very high, making it very impressive to listen to the roaring masses. Just to give you an idea of how raging the Trümmelbach Fall is, the waterfalls carry at 20,000 liters per second. The Trümmelbach Falls are part of the 72 waterfalls of the Lauterbrunnen Valley and also hold the title of being Europe's largest subterranean waterfall. For one last time, we're staying in the Bernese Oberland. I know, I just can't help it, there are too many beautiful waterfalls in this region. However, we're changing the valley back to the Simmental. For this, we're turning up to Lenk. Number 2 goes to the beautiful Siebenbrunnen waterfalls. This is a waterfall that most of you might never have heard of before, and I'm actually really happy to present you the Siebenbrunnen as the second most beautiful waterfall of Switzerland. Similar to the previous two, the Falls consist of a couple of waterfalls, of which the Siebenbrunnen is the uppermost one. From the parking lot at Lenk, you'll have to hike up for about 40 minutes. The trail can be quite a bit steep at times. I think because of this, the Siebenbrunnen remained rather unknown and probably it won't ever become a victim of mass tourism, which is absolutely fine. On your hike up, you always can take a short break in between as you'll be spotting various beautiful bits. Thus, make sure you spend enough time for your visit to the Siebenbrunnen Falls as there will be a lot to discover. Once arrived at the top, you'll have to cross this cow field and then you'll finally reach the Siebenbrunnen waterfall. As you will see, it's a highly branched waterfall which gives it a very beautiful appearance. For sure, it's one of the most enjoyable waterfall trails to hike along in Switzerland and definitely a great way to distress and refuel yourself with energy. When standing on this grass field with the many Simmental cows in the foreground, definitely this will be one of the most stereotypical Swiss environments. And before I'm revealing you the #1 waterfall in Switzerland, here are a few top honorable mentions. Diesbach in the canton of Valais, the Well of Peace as I like to call it, and very nearby the underground waterfall at the Côte d'Aufay, the Trümmelbach Falls here at the Lauterbrunnen Valley, the waterfalls at the Schöllenenschlucht, the Vielbach waterfall near Saas-Fee, and La Froda in the Valle Verzasca. And now I present you the #1 most beautiful waterfall of Switzerland. I'm pretty sure if you're a little bit familiar with this country, you may have been waiting to hear this name. #1 goes to the amazing Rheinfalls. Different from all the other ones on this list, the Rheinfall is very unique as it's a river waterfall. Because of its majestic appearance, it is often considered as one of the landmarks of Switzerland. The Rheinfalls are shared between the cantons of Schaffhausen and Zurich. On both sides there are train stations which offer easy access to the waterfall. From the canton of Schaffhausen, you will get a perfect frontal view over the Rheinfalls, while from the side of Zurich at Laufen you can get very close to it. Both impressions are different and thus I highly recommend you to visit both sites. A must-do when visiting the Rheinfalls is going for a boat ride. There are various rides that you can take which are operated by the Rheinfall, the sponsor of this part. Enter the red boat to cross over to the canton of Zurich, the blue one for a 15-minute cruise that closely approaches the waterfall, pink for a 30-minute cruise, or if you really want to go all in, then go for the yellow boat that takes you to the rock. As you're climbing the stairs and reaching the top, you'll be standing just in the middle of the waterfall. Where else can you do something like this? Consider crossing the Rhine with the red boat to access the side of the canton of Zurich. For only 5 Swiss francs you may purchase a ticket that grants you access to the trail with the many platforms and the castle called Schloss Laufen. Then I recommend you to walk over to the bridge that takes you back to the canton of Schaffhausen. It's a very panoramic walk that provides you many impressions of the waterfall from different perspectives. Very nice is also visit during night as the waterfall is lit up in different colors. Last, the Rheinfalls are the tallest river waterfalls of Europe. Although the height is only 23 meters, which may be nothing compared to the Victoria Falls or Niagara, but still, with all the amount of water clashing here, it's definitely not any less impressive. By the upper parking lot you can try out the Adventure Park, one of the best one of its kind. There are many obstacles that you will have to overcome, as well as panoramic zip lines that provide you a breathtaking view over the Rheinfalls. Very nice is also going for dinner at the Schlesli Wörth. The restaurant is a great place to spend a romantic evening and it serves delicious dishes. So these were the top 10 most beautiful waterfalls of Switzerland. I hope you've enjoyed watching this video. Let me know whether you agree or disagree with this top 10 list. I'm also on for new suggestions. Maybe there are some waterfalls I didn't know, so please leave a comment below, that would be really great. If you have enjoyed watching this video, I would very much appreciate if you could press the like button, share this video to your friends, and also become a subscriber of Djemo Graphic. This would be really cool. So that's it from my side. We're going to see each other very soon.